Hi guys, former Tory MP David Goke spoke to LBC about the challenge that faces Liz Truss at the Conservative Party Conference this weekend. He explained how the Prime Minister, who is still finding her feet in the role, will deliver a speech. But while in the past the Tory leader attempted to speak to two audiences, those being the party and the public, Liz Truss will have to communicate to another audience, that being international markets. So whatever she says could potentially upset the party, the public, or perhaps more importantly at this very difficult time for the economy, the markets. Have a listen.
Every Conservative member is going to be worried about the state of the economy and the state of the opinion polls, and they'll see what's happened, and the fact that there are opinion polls showing the Conservatives 30 points behind. That this is clearly come very suddenly. I mean, the Conservatives were behind, but there's been a collapse in Conservative support, and she's only a few weeks in. I think it's going to be immensely difficult. She's also got the problem that when you're at a party conference, normally you've got two important audiences. You're talking to your party, but you're also talking to the country. There's a third audience here, which is the markets. So what she might want to tell the party, and would go down well with the party, might be disastrous with the markets. She's completely defiant and, we're going to show you and we're going to crack on with further tax cuts, which was the tone last weekend. And then I'm afraid that's going to spook the markets again. So she has to choose her words very, very carefully. And of course, you're under huge scrutiny as a party leader at your party conference, especially as Prime Minister. She's going to be doing loads of interviews. She's got a big set piece speech. She puts a foot wrong, she can make matters a lot worse. So it's the most challenging party conference for a party leader that I can remember.
And he's completely correct. And, we have Liz Truss in charge here. Now, I don't think she's going to mess up her speech, but I do think there's a real risk here that she's going to piss off the markets, because she'll be under a huge amount of pressure from the party. They're worried about the opinion polls, as David Goke said here. 30 points or 33 points down, that's a disaster. Many Tories would lose their seats, and they're going to be looking at Liz Truss and saying, you need to deliver a message that will rally the party behind you, that will convince the public that you're serious and that you can win elections. Now, what Boris Johnson really had going for him was that he sold himself to the party as somebody who can win elections. He won an 80-seat majority for the party, pretty much wiped out the Labour Party. And this was something that he could sell himself as. I'm a winner. Now, Liz Truss doesn't have that. Liz Truss hasn't been tested yet. And the opinion polls are saying that she if she remains in place and there was an election held tomorrow, the Tories could be wiped out. Now, there's talk of a Labour majority of somewhere between 100 and 300. Now, I think the 300 one is a bit fantasy land, but the Tories would be pretty much wiped out. We're talking 1997 levels here, or worse for the Tories. So the message has to be, on the one hand, we're going to fight Labour, we're going to deal with this, we can deal with the cost of living crisis, we can deal with the markets, we can deal with the economic fallout of all of these issues coming together. But on the other hand, she has to show the markets that she's taking all of this seriously. So she can't dismiss the problems, because then the market will see it as, well, she's not taking this seriously, then we're not going to believe that the UK economy is run by somebody competent. They have lost confidence in the market because of the people who are in charge at the top. Kwasi Kwarteng and Liz Truss. Investors see this as a dead man walking, basically. They have unfunded, uncosted tax cuts. They're handing money over to the richest in society when ordinary people are struggling. They understand that this is bad for the economy. This is not going to create growth. And no matter how many times you just say, yeah, we're going to create growth, that may be okay with the party, but it's not good with investors. They don't care about politics, they look at the figures. And at the moment, it's not looking good for the economy. So it's going to be very difficult. I'm going to cover it, of course, whatever we hear from Liz Truss. I'll put it up here, but she has a major challenge on her hands. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.